Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dear professors, dear Dean of the Studies, dear colleagues, dear students from generation 2016 especially, also students from generation 2017 and 2018. I'm very happy to be here and to be basically accompanied during the day and enjoying the time together. I would like to also welcome very gladly to family members, to friends, and especially those people that flew from far away to be today in this evening. So just for you to know, please make sure that your phone is either in silence or off, whatever you prefer. And please also try not to speak that loud because we are also with Streamlive, so everything is going to be heard far away from here. So if it's a gossip, I don't think it's a good idea. Very good. So for starting the day, I would like to invite Professor Andreas Cronenberg, our Dean of the Studies, to come to the front and give us the first welcoming words. So, Professor Cronenberg.
Good. Welcome, everyone, dear WASTE graduates, dear family, friends, and colleagues. We just figured out we made a tiny mistake in our program. The musicians should have been before me, but don't be disappointed. They will come just after me, so between my speech and the speech from the course director. So, welcome to this 14th WASTE graduation ceremony. When we look 2 years back, there were about 400 applications, and so the admissions process was quite tough, and in the end we just admitted about 20% of you, so a very small selection, and out of that about 40 students came here, and I'm very pleased to see that still 37 of you are left, which I think is very, very, very successful, but I never doubted that anyway. So no, I must say I really enjoyed teaching you, where you were very nice, you were always engaged, and I also believe that, well, when you came here to study WASTE, you actually didn't really think that you would take combustion courses with me. So I know you didn't, but you still try to be enthusiastic, maybe being self-conscious a bit more. I know at the end was an exam, and probably the exam triggered a lot of your interest, but I appreciated that you tried, and that was very good. But what was even more impressive by you, I also remember about 1 year ago, we had this welcoming event for the generation 2017, and about half of the entire year lined up at the site of Lecture Theatre 2301 to try to enthuse a new generation to engage in the social work or in more activities of the program. And this is what I really hope, that you keep on going so engaged, and that hopefully some of this enthusiasm passed on to the generation 2017 and 18. But let me come to some more serious issues, because I'm the Dean of Studies, and so there should be some seriousness in the speech of the Dean of Studies. And a lot has happened in the last 2 years, and one of the things that happened to the degree was the renewal of the accreditation. So before you get a little bit scared, yes, the degree got renewed and is accredited still, so you got an accredited degree, which is good. But in the process of accreditation, we always have to write something like to specify the objectives of the degree, and now I have to read what I wrote at that time. We educate you as engineers equipped with the knowledge and tools to successfully face the challenges that a resourceful and sustainable management of our environment imposes. I thought that was good to say that, but one reviewer insisted that also a very important aspect is standardization. At that time, I didn't really understand it so much, but we Germans, we are quite proud of our German industry standards, and we are also proud that we can export these German industry standards to the entire world. And I think also one of the important issues is to carry these standards into the policies, because they should be the basis for a good forward-looking policy or legislation. And this pride brings me now to one of my favorite subjects, and this is the diesel scandal. Do you remember 1 year ago at the summer party? Yeah, I had a little quiz about the diesel scandal. You remember, I know that you remember. Well, 2 years ago, it was all about cheating software. Yeah. But 2 years later, that is now, we have loads of court cases, one after the other, that prohibits drivers of diesel cars to enter cities. Yeah? And this culminated last week in a court case where they even prohibited driving on the Autobahn through the city of Essen, which is Germany's 6th largest city. So how can you do this? I mean, like the Autobahn is a symbol of mobility, yeah, and like it is our pride. The Germans invented the Autobahn, and now about half the population is not allowed to drive on the Autobahn anymore. Yeah, this is almost impossible. Yeah, so well, okay, if I say half the population, it's probably a little bit exaggerated. It's only like those who drive a diesel engine with the Euro 5 standard or older. Yeah, so it's not half the population. If you have Euro 6, you can still drive, but it's for all cars. When we were talking about the cheating software, it was just Audi and Volkswagen. Yeah, but now it's all cars, which means it has nothing to do with cheating software. Yeah, what does it then have to do with? And this is mostly lax policy making. Yeah, so if all cars would satisfy the Euro 5 or Euro 4 norm, we wouldn't have these problems with all the emissions. But for a very, very long time, for decades, it is known that well, these test cycles that set the norms have nothing to do with the real-life emissions in or on the streets. Yeah, but what do politicians do now? They tell us, okay, you shouldn't drive Euro 5 and Euro 4 cars anymore, you should buy Euro 6 cars. But then just 2 weeks ago, there was another test with Euro 6 cars, and even Euro 6 cars are about 10 times above the level of emissions, some of them. Not all of them. If you follow Euro 6D, which is the newest Euro norm, then it is okay. If you follow Euro 6A, it's probably not okay. And probably in 2 years' time, politicians will come or judges will come and tell you you can't even drive these cars. Yeah? So if I have now confused you with all these numbers, yeah, it doesn't matter, but I remember you that you took classes with me where I taught you something about secondary pollution control measures. Yeah? You hopefully remember that. I'm sure you all do. But a normal citizen, what does he understand? He knows nothing. Yeah? And now I'm trying to close the loop, which means I bring you back to your degree, and I also bring you back to the reviewer of the accreditation process, of our accreditation process, who insisted on standards. Yeah? And I think this is what is important, standards and bringing them into the politics. But not only the standards, I also hope that we educate you as very responsible engineers. Yeah, the standards have always been there, but politicians were just not advised in a responsible manner to push them through and to implement them in their legislation. And I think this is what you, especially as an environmental engineer, have the duty to do. You have some social responsibility, I think, for society and for the planet. Yeah, so don't make a mistake. I'm not necessarily blaming the car industry for this mess. Yeah, they just try to increase profits, and they have to increase profits because they're responsible to their shareholders. Yeah, I believe it is rather a consequence of misguided politics. Yeah, so with this in mind, I appeal to you, become a responsible engineer. But this is now enough of lecturing. Yeah? So for today, I just hope, or I believe you should be proud of yourself, proud of what you have achieved, and I also hope that you keep good memories of the WASTE program and the University of Stuttgart. What I also hope, independent whether you go back to your countries or whether you stay here in Germany and find a job, that you will become good ambassadors for Stuttgart, and maybe that you even liked Germany, even though maybe our culture may be a little bit foreign to you and our values maybe. One last thing, or almost last thing, I would ask you to stay in contact with us. Yeah? We would like to know what you do, and we would like to follow a little bit your life, either through our alumni program or maybe through the alumni program of the WASTE Club. I think it's very important to do some networking and to keep in contact, but also very little things. I mean, once you're in the professional life, I would actually be pleased if you send me a LinkedIn invitation, yeah, so that I can accept and I always see where you end up and what career you do. And now, my very last issue on my list is I would like to thank everyone who made this evening or afternoon and evening possible. I know it is a lot of work to do, and I cannot really thank everyone who has been involved, and I know many people have been involved, but I would probably like to pick out first Ms. Pena as course director, who headed the organization, and also the two class speakers who I know did a lot of work in trying to make this evening happening. And last but not least, I also thank the musicians who volunteered to do some music. Even though I took their opportunity to be the first, I would now invite them down here to come and play the music. Thank you.
So, hello everyone. We are just a small selection of our a little bit larger group. It's called Jarchis. We are from Iran and Syria, and we play traditional music, folk music, and we've been also ourselves studied at the University of Stuttgart, so it's kind of pleasure to be here, and I hope that you enjoy our 7 or 10 minutes of music. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, I guess it's my time. This is my time to introduce myself for those that do not know. My name is Cristi Peña. I'm the course director of WASTE. I've been working as course director over the last 6 months, covering Carolina Cunha. And yeah, I also have a small speech for our students. I didn't want to be like super, let's say, technical, but more like as a personal level. First of all, I want to thank everybody because you welcomed me so good over this very hard period of transition. It was certainly not easy for you to miss Carolina, and it was not easy for you to accepting someone that perhaps you knew somehow through whims or some personal accounts. And I'm very thankful that you gave me the opportunity to work with you, that I was able to help you in one or any other way. I'm very thankful also that you as a group supported my assistants. Without them, I don't think I would be able to do my job. And once more, thank you for your patience, because definitely it was not easy to do this job. It was very hard to cover over the place of someone who already set a standard, and a very high standard. So I'm very thankful for your grace on me. As a personal recommendation on what, as an engineer, as a WASTE student, I have learned in life, I can simply tell you that I like to think about my life with the 6 R's from circular economy. That means reuse your knowledge, recycle your contacts and friendships, because coming here, for sure you left some people behind back home. Reduce your stress. I saw many times many of you run into my office very stressed out, and stress kills, or on the phone, yes. Rethink your answers. Sometimes I know that we are very stressed and we don't really say what we just said. So before you say something, rethink, because whatever we say, we cannot take it back, and that's very important. And also reshape your life. I think this course is a very interesting, pragmatic, and special type, because it's a once-in-a-life experience. And I really hope that this has, in a way or other, reshaped your thinking, maybe about Germany, about yourself, about how much you are able to achieve. And I think this is the best part of the studies abroad. And finally, redesign your dreams. I am sure many of you, after finishing WASTE, started with the question of, what am I gonna do? Should I go back home? Should I stay in Germany? Should I go to another country? Should I? But I think this is time also for redesigning your dreams. I'm pretty sure you came here with an idea, a target, but this is the point where you have once more the opportunity to reconsider what you want to do with what you learn, okay? And personally speaking, because I used to be on that side also as a WASTE student, I can simply say that the experience that I gained in WASTE was not only knowledge, but friends and an international experience. I've been living in Germany for over the last 10 years. I came here in 2006 to be doing what you are just doing. And at that time, I didn't want to come to Germany. I had other plans. I wanted to go to Japan. But I don't regret the decision, because even though it was very challenging, learning another language, as you certainly faced, it really turned into the most beautiful experience in my life. And I really hope that for you, this is also the same experience. And I just can encourage you, for those ones that hasn't been able to finish the master thesis or some lectures or some exams that you just keep on doing, you know? You mark and you settle the targets and the limits. So don't be discouraged, you will make it. And congratulations. Thank you. And now we are going to welcome Grecia Solis and Nelson Rincon, your class representatives, and they have some special words for you.
So, good evening, everybody. I think most of you already know me. Just in case you don't, in case I haven't answered any of your emails, this is Nelson Rincon. Maybe some personal information you probably don't know. I am a chemical engineer from Colombia, a beautiful little country, I would say. First of all, I want to welcome you to this graduation ceremony. We really work hard to put together an evening that just stay in our heads for a long time. Welcome to the professors, to Carolina. It's always nice seeing you. To my colleagues, to the graduates, to the families, and to the other students. It's really nice having you all here. And of course, hi, Mom. She's watching it, I'm pretty sure. Today, we decided to create all this event around the internationality and how intercultural our program is. That's why we are here to celebrate not only our differences, but also the things that bring us all together. Having said that, I would like to introduce my class speaker, Grecia.
Good afternoon, everybody. So as Nelson said, I am also the class speaker, so for the one who don't know me. And welcome, everyone. Welcome the professors, our director, Christy, and Carolina, our godmother. Thank you so much. So I am Grecia Solis, as I say. I am industrial engineer. I come from Peru. And also I am part of this really nice family of WAYS. So as Nelson said, we have many similarities, but also many differences that make this family really rich. So as a part of the differences that I could notice here, actually, when I arrived, it was actually the third time that I came here to Europe. But this third time, I came just to study a master. It was really difficult for me at the beginning to understand, first of all, the accent of English. So I could notice the differences. I say in my home country, like, okay, I know English, but then I was able, like, just to understand maybe the Latin American accent, but not maybe the Asian accent or the African accent. It was, oh my God, so I don't know. And I think it happened the same with many of my classmates when I was asking, like, oh, do you understand this or something? But I think after 2 weeks, I was able to understand. It was the first difference that I could notice at the beginning. The second one, it was also to say hello. It was, for me, complicated because in Peru, we kiss the cheek once. For example, for people from Italy or Spain, you have to kiss twice. And for Turkey, I think it's 3 times. Sometimes I didn't know how many times should I kiss. It was so awkward sometimes, so I feel, okay, we are different, you have to accept, and you have to learn how to make it or how to do it. The same it was with some people, for example, Germans, at the first time, you have to shake hands. I remember once I wanted to kiss, and the person, okay, shake. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Oops. So, but then in the second time that I meet the same person, that person just hugged me. So I said, but it's not hands. I said, but the person said, no, it's the second one. So it's kind of like differences between us. And that makes us really rich as a world, I could say. The third difference that I would like to explain it was the method of studies. For example, I used to study first by myself in my room or in the library. And then try to share with the others in a group. But first myself and then the others, just to share some doubts. Other people, maybe they prefer to study just alone, other people in groups from the beginning. So I say, okay, I have to understand the differences, the methodology. So that makes us really interested as a group, as a person. So I could say that I learned many of every one of you. Not only my classmates, also my teachers, my professors. So.
I guess it's my turn. So I remember the first time I ever gave you a speech. It was like around 2 years ago in this little lovely Pfaffenwalden 23 in the room 1 when I was selected as your class speaker, and I opened up the speech with this phrase. I don't want to talk about how wonderful I am. That's the way I open it up, because I didn't want to talk about me. A speech is supposed to convince people that I am here for you, I am here to make your life easier. And I think here comes my point with some differences that I've noticed in your cultures, or in our cultures in general. When we first go to any lecture, the first question professor asks us is like, raise your hand with people from Latin America. Then like tons of hands. Then from Europe, it's not that many, and so on. So as we come from different countries, we also have different backgrounds. That was the second question. How many of them are chemical engineers? Some of them. How many are civil? And a couple more. And I want to celebrate that difference, that I've never been able to study in such an interdisciplinary group as such as it is WASTE. I'm always used to just study with chemical engineers that we always use arrows because they are streams, and if there's not an arrow, we don't understand. But it doesn't, it's not the same here, it's not the same with environmental engineering. And I think that's one of the things that I take home from WASTE, being able to really get in touch with such different disciplines of the engineering.
Okay, so going on, I would like to just say thank you. I hope that once in the future we can meet again. I know that it can be a little bit difficult. Everyone will take their own path, not only academically, also personally. I would like just to say thank you, and I hope in the future we can maybe meet here or in Germany or in another place. And I would like to say that the doors of my house are open for all of you guys. Thank you to my family, my mom and my dad are there, my boyfriend also. Thank you for everything, and thank you for all the people also that make this evening possible.
Just closing up the speech, besides our differences, we have some things we have in common. Besides having all been here, having studied the same master's degree, we have something else in common that I was thinking about just in the bus this morning. We had to make a decision to come here, to be sitting here. We left something behind. Sorry. I'm not sure how many of you somehow think about how much you left behind and how strong you are just to be here, sitting here, fighting for a future somewhere else. So this is the thing I think we share. Okay. I just want to cry. I don't know how. I just wanted to say that you're brave because you're here and you made this decision. So I hope you guys enjoy the party. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
On a personal base, I bought a small gift for both of them because in the small time I met these two people, they were amazing. And they were very helpful, especially Nelson. He's just basically my right hand. And I bought a Spanish book for each of you. So I hope you enjoy it. And thank you for everything. this is getting good, huh? Yeah, and now here we have Carolina. We miss you.
Wow. So, hello again. Good evening, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be here today. I was actually asking yesterday, Christy, may I come today or tomorrow to say something to my generation 2016? And she told me, yes, I was thinking that Nelson was telling you that you're a godmother. And I was like, oh, okay, perfect. So it was a really nice surprise. Yeah, that you have chosen me as your godmother. Actually, I was always feeling more like a mother of you. And as a good mother that I am, I would like to say that I'm really proud of all of you, because you are a very, very nice group of people, very great students, and that you were always engaged with our master program, not only for the extracurricular activities, not only for the parties, but also you were and you are very good students and very good professionals. I am pretty sure of that because one of the things that we were trying during our time together, it was to open new horizons for this master program. And one of them was the International Symposium, which was a success. And I hope that we can repeat it. I don't know if this year, yes? That's really good. So I'm really proud of you because you gave us, as generation, the energy to bring this kind of ideas into reality. And I hope that from now on we always have this kind of possibilities. And also you have shown to be very good professionals and very good students during your internships. I personally was trying to get in touch with new companies. We did it, and some of you were there and were really, really successful. I only hear nice things about you. And this is a really good thing because you are not only leaving the name of our master program on the high standard in other companies, but also you are opening new possibilities for the future students, which I hope that will take these possibilities as well. So I'm really, really proud of you. And I am pretty sure that you will be very successful in any kind of way that you will like to be. If you are doing everything with passion, with the best that you have to give, then everything will come to you. Only like that. Because you only have to be like you are and very honest, very transparent. Only be yourself. Not only professionally, also personally. So everything is a whole. Everything together will come for you. Actually, I didn't prepare a real speech. But I was like, okay, you are like my family, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable here to talking to you because I think from the very beginning we had a very good communication, and it was really, really nice to be with you, to come along with you during this almost 2 years that unfortunately were like very sharp cutting that we had, because actually I had to be here organizing everything for you. And believe that for me it was really hard not to be here, not organizing everything for you, because you were my first generation. And I just have you, all, any of you, in my heart. And yes, sometimes life gave us surprises, but these surprises are to show your best, to show your capacities, to see how can you go on with the challenges that life is giving us. And I hope that you are also prepared for these surprises, and that you can show your best, and that you can take your challenges and be every time successful. You just have to believe in you. You can do everything, and nothing is impossible. So, congratulations, and enjoy this evening. It's your evening, and thank you very much. I'm sorry, I forgot to say something. And of course, I will come back. So, your home will be here always, and the doors will be open for you anytime. And I am hoping to see you in any alumni wing or something that we need. I will hope that you will be here, and also to share your experience. And of course, to be part of the Waste Club. This is very important, okay? And also for the symposium, don't forget it, okay? So, thank you.
So we have a small surprise for you, Carolina. So, Nelson and Grecia.
Well, these ones are for you, but as they look pretty, you will get them at the end.
So you need to know that you are such a special person, not only for the students, but also for me. And we all are very, very thankful for all the work you have been putting into this. Now that I've been in your shoes, I know what it means. Yeah. So, thank you. Yeah, and I think we are ready for some music. Where are our musicians? They disappear. Great. I didn't see them. Well, it's really like an honor to be standing on this side and to have to deal with the students and the professors. And I have to say that, personally speaking, was a very interesting opportunity of professional life. For everybody to know, I was just taking a 6 months break from job, and this was a very nice opportunity for doing this. And now I'm going back to business, so that's, if you were not informed, that's the reason why I'm leaving actually Waste. I've been setting up my own business, probably Germany, Spain, I don't know, I have to decide that. And this is the real reason why I'm stepping out from Waste. But we have our new course director, so we're very happy. And the musicians are here. Thank you. Ah, okay, so sorry for that.
So again, probably it's a question for everybody to ask us, what is actually the name of your instrument? Because they are unknown. I've been running up and down, sorry. The first instrument is called oud or babat. Is originally from somewhere between Syria and Turkey. The next instrument is called setar. It's a Persian instrument. and played by Arsalan. And I play different instruments which are called generally DAF. So there are different radius of this kind of instrument, and they have also sometimes some rings inside, which makes it at the same time like, yeah, louder. So the next song is called Misirlu. You've probably heard that from a film, and we will play the original song, which is also older than the film. It's an Egyptian song called Misirlu. So enjoy.
Thank you very much. Great. So I think we have arrived to the handing over of certificates. So while we prepare the scenario, I would like to give you some few instructions. The students are organized in alphabetic order. Thank you. So the students are organized in alphabetic order, like family name, and we will be calling you exactly in the same procedure. As you receive the certificate from Professor Lorraine, please stay behind him, because in the end we're going to have a group picture, everybody here. Okay? So don't go back to your seats. Yeah. And I didn't finish my sentence in the last section. I just wanted to also recognize our new course director, Mrs. Luisa Avgeropoulou. I hope I spell it correct. Yeah. And I'm also very happy to have her today here, because she is slowly also taking over the responsibilities at our office. Great. So I think we are more or less ready.
Yeah, just let me say that I think it's a great pleasure and an honor to hand over these certificates for you. Of course, you know me as the head of the examination committee of WASTE, and I think it's the best task or best job the chairman of the examination committee can have, to hand over these certificates. Yes, and in fact, I'm the same as this young man up there. Okay, let's start. Okay. I will call you in the order of, in the alphabetical order of your last name. And first person is Eslam Abdel Rauf. Farina Amin is not here. Bigyan Aryal. Next is Miss Maria Elisabeth Bees-Kollmann. Mr. Mirza Hamad Baik. Ms. Diana Capossa Tebaldi. Ms. Cécile Marie Cassard. Miss Miriam Chacon Mateos. Miss Chak Shamoun. Mr. Wasserfall Sheva Krienkrai. Miss Christina Christodoulou. Christodoulou, ja. Ah, steht noch hier. Miss Paula Daolio Silveira. Miss Dieu Hoa Duong. Not here. Miss Bouquet Dermas. Miss Tela Galovic. Not here. Miss Yingzi Gao. Miss Shima Gorban. Mr. Guan Yu Han. Miss Katharin Hasan. Miss Ching Yuan Huan. Miss Cynthia Krumian. Francine Lima Souza. Not here. Mr. Marwan Berizak. Miss Simidokt Mora Kabadi. Miss Noshin Nover. Miss Rashmi Rao. Mr. Nelson Philippe Rincon Soto. Mr. Nidal Safarini. Miss Paula Fernanda Santa Chacon. Miss Grecia Carolina Solis Castillo. Mr. Abdu Suso. Mr. Kang Sheng Tan. Miss Diana Estefania Urbano Caguasango. Miss Nora Edith Salvasa Ramirez.
So stay there because we're going to have a group picture. So if you make a second row, especially those ones that do not have high heels. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so the ones you. So yes, so that our photographer can take some nice pictures. Yeah, the boys on the front is a good idea. At the top of it is the photographer, so look at him. Open? Take advantage of this moment to take as many pictures as you want, because I think we did it too quick.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna have anyways outside a corner where you can bring your relatives and your certificate and get one of our professors and have a picture with you, okay? So thank you everyone, please go back. Great. As our students are going back to their place, I would like to introduce Dr. Pius Trautmann. He is going to be the one responsible for giving the Best Students Award. He works for Man & Hummel, and this year they were kindly providing some financial means for us to have this party. Some words about Dr. Trautmann. He is also a former student from our University of Stuttgart. He studied process engineering, and he has been a member of a Man & Hummel company, who I have to say they are always willing to take some waste students for practical training, master thesis, and this is amazing. I talked to one of your colleagues about that, and I'm very thankful that you trust in our students and our program. And he is in Man & Hummel since 2000, the year 2000, and since 2017 he has been the Director Engineering for Filter Systems, Heavy Engineers, and he has been responsible also for liquid filter systems for commercial vehicles and engines. So thank you very much.
So, thank you for the introduction. I'm now the last thing that stands between you and the dinner, so we will start with awards that Man & Hummel is donating as meanwhile almost every year, so since several years, and I hope we will be able to do it for the next 10 years as well. So at least as long as I will do my job there, so. So we start now with a number 3. So it's Miss Chak Jamul, please come. So, congratulations.
I have to say that Dr. Trauman and I, we had very hard time to decide for the third place because everyone has been doing a great job. And there were at least 4 people that I could select, or we could select for the third place. But we decided for you because you were basically done also in 4 semesters and accomplished your master thesis just on Monday with a nice grade. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. We will continue with a second prize winner. That's Maoun Nasiak. Please. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So,
Thank you.
so
Stay here, please, with Chuck. Well, I don't think I need to say many words about Moran, but I think he really was one of those special cases that happened in your generation. I think Simin and him did a great, let's say, adventure in Brazil. And knowing him a little bit in my few months around, I really like you very much. You are an amazing guy, and you did very nice job back in Brazil. And I just see your successful career already developing. You already have a job in EFK and like working towards your PhD. So congratulations.
So now, she's not here, okay. So unfortunately, the winner of the first prize is not here. So anyhow, I would like to congratulate Miss Christina Christodoulou to the first prize. She will get the prize as well. So we will take a photo.
We can take a picture.
Take that's yes.
Okay.
So. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And now it comes, where is Noshin? I don't see her. Yeah. Very good. We have also a small surprise for everybody. And so just come over here. But before we go into the little surprise, I want to do exactly what Carolina said. Remind you, this is really like a advertisement. Remind you about our alumni group. Don't forget to let us know how to contact you. Remember that the alumni group help us to basically network with other students, with other professionals and members, university members. So don't forget to let us your details so that we can keep in touch with you. And I would prefer actually that you are part of the WASTE Club also. I think many of you have seen the benefits of being part of member of the WASTE Club. This is really a great association that it's not only founding, for example, symposiums or newsletters but sometimes they also give us some money for the parties. So if you want to continue having nice parties in WASTE and have it kind of like all over the next generations, please become member of the WASTE Club, and best that you pass some money to us so that we can continue financing everything. The most important thing is we want to promote science research and network. So you are basically the future scientists, the future engineers that are going back to business. And we want you to come back in few months, in few years, and share with the new waste generations about your experience. Everybody's experience is unique and very important, and therefore I encourage you, please, to keep in touch at least with us, the Waste Club. And I'm sure you will profit also by staying in touch with us. Great. So for the final musical intervention, we're gonna have Noshi Nower singing for us. And I'm very surprised and glad that you decided to take over this last chance and basically give us a small present to all of us with your beautiful voice. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, hi, I'm Noshi Nower from Generation 2016, and now I'm going to sing a song from my country. It's a folk song. The meaning from this song is like to understand the meaning of life by living the life simply. So, here it goes. সহজ মানুষ ভোজে দেখনার মন দিব্য জ্ঞান সহজ মানুষ ভোজে দেখনার মন দিব্য জ্ঞানে পাবিরে অমূল্য নিধি পাবিরে অমূল্য নিধি বর তো মানে হে পাবি বর তো মানে সহজ মানুষ ভোজে দেখনার মন দিব্য জ্ঞানে সহজ মানুষ ভোজে দেখনার মন দিব্য জ্ঞানে ভজ মানুষের চরণ দুটি নিত বস্তু হবে খাতি ভজ মানুষের চরণ দুটি নিত্য বস্তু হবে খাতি মরিলে সব হবে মাটি মরিলে সব হবে মাটি তরায় ভেদ লও জেনে হে তরায় ভেদ লও জেনে সহজ মানুষ ভোজে দেখনার মন দিব্য জ্ঞানে সহজ মানুষ ভোজে দেখনার মন দিব্য জ্ঞানে পাবিরে অমূল্য নিধি পাবিরে অমূল্য নিধি বর তো মানে হে পাবি বর তো মানে সহজ মানুষ ভোজে দেখনার মন দিব্য জ্ঞানে সহজ মানুষ ভোজে দেখনার মন দিব্য জ্ঞানে
Well, with this intervention, we basically came to the end of the official part of the graduation party. So basically, I invite you all to go outside. We're gonna have a Sektenfang, so basically, we're gonna be cheering for our students and the graduates, and we will prepare it in a few minutes. So just take your time to walk down the podium, and then we are going to be meeting outside here, nearby the stairs. There's a table on the back side, well, actually on the side, sorry, and there we're going to have the champagne for you to be able to cheer with all of us together. After that, basically the buffet is officially open, they will be serving food around 7-ish. I think so, right? 7. So we basically have more or less 1.5 hours. So take advantage for eating some finger food that we still have. And also, I'm going to give the instructions to the photographer to go directly to the photo booth so that you can start taking some pictures with your relatives or family members and take advantage of this opportunity. And don't forget to hold one of our professors also for the pictures. I think that will be very nice. Okay, so thank you everybody and congratulations. Okay, everyone, change of plans. We have a video that Miriam and her team just prepared. And if you have 5 more minutes, I would like to ask you to come back. I'm so sorry about that. So that we can all watch this video. About the inconvenient, but here we are.
Driving slowly, watching the headlights in the rain. Funny how things change. Think of the good times, wishing you were still with me. The way it used to be. Graduation day. Watching the stars fall. A million dreams have all gone bad. Think of all we had. I knew it all then. I thought you loved me, I was wrong. Life goes on. Graduation day. Oh, graduation day. Thinking of the time when everything was right. Thinking of the time with only you and I. Makes me sorry that it had to end that way. Learned my lesson now, there's nothing left to say. Graduation day. Oh, graduation day.
I hope I haven't forget anything else, but if so, then now you are welcome to come outside and have some food and more photography.